Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're literally going to be spending the whole day together doing lots of book stuff. So we're going to be doing my reading journal, we're going to be building a new bookshelf, we're going to be organizing my books. I have a huge book haul for you guys. We have a lot of book stuff that we're going to be doing together. But first things first, I do want to get started with my reading journal. I'm in kind of like a crafty mood right now, so I want to keep doing this. So I decided to start a reading journal inspired by Pinterest, Sarah Crowley, all the big booktube girlies. So I got this one from Amazon. It's just this like kind of like coral salmon color. So I did the generic like 2025 like spreads and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna like walk you through those, but then we're going to set up my January TBR together. So first we have my like intro page, and it just says Ashley's 2025 reading journal. By the way, disclaimer, I'm very creative, but I am not very artistic. My cat's literally walking on my tripod. And then we have my rating system. I will always remember my rating system, so this is purely just like to fill up this first page. I saw this and I thought it was cute on Pinterest. And then we have my reading goals for the year, which is to read 60 books, read 10 new authors, read new genres, and find 5-star reads. And then on this page, I put 25 books in 2025. These are 25 books that I absolutely want to get to through sometime throughout this year. So either they've been sitting on my physical TBR forever, or they've been on my like mental TBR forever. So I want to finally get to them this year. I drew books. I'm just gonna color them in once I read them. And then since my reading goal is 60 books, every time I read a book I'm gonna color it in, but I have a little key down here, so each time I finish a book I'm gonna color in the number, but it'll be the color of my rating. So I'll color it blue if it was a 1-star, pink if it was a 5-star. And then I have a book bingo, which I think is so much fun. So you can pause if you want to read all of the prompts, but I just kind of made these up, found them on Pinterest. It is just so cute, and I'm so excited to like get a whole, I'm gonna get a whole blackout. I'm gonna do them all. Okay, and then we have my series tracker. So these are either series that I'm in the middle of or series that I know I'm 100% going to start in 2025. So I have 7 here and I'm in the middle of 5 of them, but I also am going to be reading ACOTAR and Magnolia Parks this year, so I just also put those on there. If I end up starting any more series, I'll just either try to fit it at the bottom, or I'll just like put another page on top of here. And then I think this is so cute, I made a book awards page. So at the end of the year I will like print out little pictures of the book covers, and then I'll put them in each section as to where they fit in with the book awards. I have best book, most disappointing, best thriller, stuff like that, and I just think that's like just so much fun. So with that being said, that is all of like the spreads I have. By the way, this was so much fun to do. I would highly recommend you do this. Like literally it was just so much fun to set up. So I'm gonna do one of these like doing book stuff videos once a month, and so in each one, like in the next one in February, we'll be like going through this and like filling it out based on what I read in January. So that's how this is gonna work. We're gonna like be doing it together every month. But now it's time to make our January TBR. Okay, so I finished up my little January spread. So I'm not loving the first like little page. Like I said, I am so creative but so not artistic. I did what I could. There's snowflakes. I wrote January. You know what? We're going with it. But then on the next page I put my TBR, and it looks a little blank right now. But once I like read the books, I'm gonna write the rating underneath them or like next to them, so like that'll fill it in a little bit. I have a very ambitious January. I just said July. I have a very ambitious January TBR, so I have the entire ACOTAR series on here plus another book. Beg, Borrow, or Steal is one of my most anticipated releases of the whole year, so I think I'm gonna split up the ACOTAR series and read that one. But I just like, with the videos that I have planned for this month, I feel like this is going to be attainable. So we have the entire ACOTAR series plus Beg, Borrow, or Steal. But this is so cute. Like this is so much fun. Like I love my printer. Like I'm I'm so happy that I asked for a printer for my birthday, and this is exactly why I wanted a printer. No other reason but for this reading journal, so that I could print out pictures of my books and put them on here. So I just absolutely love this. I just am so obsessed with what I have done so far. It's just so freaking cute, so aesthetic. I just love it so much. What I really want to do is set up my bookshelf so that I can like organize all my books, and I can give you guys a huge book haul, because I don't want to like pull out all the books from the boxes and stuff until I have my bookshelf put together, so that like it doesn't become a whole mess. It's time to build my little bookshelf. So it's not like huge. I think it's like 3 tiers. This is what it should look like if it looks like the picture. So I think I like, my goal for it is to make it like a thriller shelf, but you'll see. So let's just get to building. Okay, so I finished building my shelf, and it is not like what I expected. Okay, so I thought it was gonna be 3-tier. It's honestly like, I feel like gonna be a good size for the amount of books that I have now, but I feel like once my library grows, it won't last forever, or I'm just gonna need something bigger before I can put any of my books on my shelf, or before I can rearrange any of my books. I need to give you guys a book haul. So first of all, I got a lot of books that like I've already read on like Kindle Unlimited or like on Libby and stuff, but like I wanted the physical copies of for like my library. So these are from Amazon. So these are all the books that I got to add to my library that I've already read. So first we have the whole Chestnut Spring series. So I have read the first 2, but I haven't read the rest of the series, but I love this series so much. Like it literally means everything to me, and I've only read the first 2 books so far, so I'm very excited to read the next 3. But I really wanted these to be part of my library, so I wanted the physical copies. Plus I wanted to annotate them because I marked a lot, I highlighted a lot on my Kindle, so I wanted to be able to physically annotate them. And then I got The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I didn't absolutely love it, but I have all of the other Frida McFadden books that I've read, so I wanted the physical copy. Plus it was like pretty good. It was like mostly good. And then I got this little novella, The Housemaid's Wedding. It's literally so tiny, but I wanted it to go along with the rest of the Housemaid series. Even though I found this incredibly pointless, I still wanted it so that I could complete the series. It was like $3 on Amazon, so. And then this was a 5-star read for me. I read it a few months ago, which is Divine Rivals. It's so beautiful. I don't know why, but I'm so obsessed with like the blue. Like this shade of blue is so beautiful, and then like this stamp, that whatever this is called, I love it so much. I love this cover, and I loved this book so much. So that's my whole Amazon haul. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm missing any. But now we have a bunch of books from Book Outlet. So I was like scrolling on TikTok, as I usually do, and there was this girl giving a book haul, and she was like talking about books that she got from Book Outlet, and I had no idea what Book Outlet was, but it's basically this website where it's like a bunch of new books for like way cheaper than you could get them like anywhere else. I think I got 8 books. I'm going to be so honest, I have no idea what I got. I ordered these like a month ago at least. I cannot remember what I got. So this is kind of gonna be like a fun like unboxing for both of us. Oh wow, yeah, I couldn't even like begin to guess what I got. Now that I'm looking at them, I don't even remember ordering them. So this one is another one that I got just that I could add it to my library that I've already read. So this is Ali Hazelwood, Loath to Love You. It's like her 3 STEM novellas into one book, and I've read all 3 of them, so I wanted the full book so that I could put it with the rest of her books on my shelf. And then the rest of these I have not read, so these will go onto my physical TBR, but these are mainly books that I have on my 25 books to read in 2025. Wow, yeah, I genuinely forgot all the books that I got. So I have heard such amazing things about this author, Annabelle Monaghan. So I got Nora Goes Off Script and Same Time Next Summer. I believe I put both of these on my 25 books to read in 2025. I know that this one is for sure on there, but like I really want to read her books because I've heard that they are just so good, and I'll probably not even read these until the summertime, but at least I have them now. And again, they were so much cheaper. And next we have Billy Summers. I really love Stephen King's writing, and I've heard amazing things about this one, and I've always wanted to read this. Next we have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and I didn't absolutely love it. I loved it until we got to the big like plot twist, or like the reason why stuff went down between the two characters, and then it like lost me completely. I just feel like it'll give like the perfect summer vibes, and it's so funny that there's literally a Target sticker on this. And next I got Wild Love. So obviously I am a huge fan of Elsie Silver now. I love the Chestnut Springs series, so this is like the first book in her next series. So once I finish Chestnut Springs, I'm absolutely going to start the, I don't know what this series is called, I don't know what this like new one is, but like it's coming out with books like now. Like I think this one came out in January. I don't know when this one came out, but it came out in 2024, and then the other two have been coming out too, so it's like they're coming out like live, so then I'll be able to like read this with everyone else. And next we have The Roughest Draft. So honestly I don't know much about this, but it just gives like the perfect summer vibe, and I'm pretty sure Haley Pham loved it, so if Haley Pham loves it, I'm probably gonna love it. So honestly I got like a lot of like summer romances and just like summer themed books, but that's okay because they're all books that I really want to get to. I got Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. So this is part of the Magnolia Park series. I do not own the rest of the series, so I know it seems probably a little ridiculous that I would get just this one, but it was literally like $6 instead of like 10 or whatever it would be on Amazon. So I just wanted to get this, and then I'll get the rest of the series on Amazon. So that is my whole book haul. So now this is like one of my favorite things to do, but it is very time consuming. I have to take all of my books off my shelf so that I can redo this. So once I get all of my books down, I will be back so that we can reorganize my bookshelf. So I have a lot of books. I didn't like realize how many until I'm like sitting here looking. This is a lot of books, and so these are just the books that are gonna be going on these shelves, but then these are all of my books to go on my TBR cart. So my idea is to make this my thriller shelf. I was hoping it would be like 3 tiers. I feel like that would have fit everything better, but I still think it might work, so we're gonna test that out first to see if this will fit all of my thrillers and mysteries. And then this I want to be purely romance and fantasy, because like all of the fantasy I read are like romantasy, so like it would fit with the romance shelf. My romance books are so pretty and like they're so colorful, so I want them to be on their own shelf, and then I want all like the dark thrillers and everything to be on their own little shelf. Plus I have a lot of thrillers and stuff, so we're just gonna really hope that they'll all fit onto this little shelf. So first things first, let's put all of my thrillers onto this new shelf. Okay, so this is literally as good as it's going to get. I'm so upset that I couldn't get the rest of the books to fit at the bottom. If this was 3-tier, it would have literally been perfect because I would have been able to fit all of them, plus I would have had more room. But like there's literally only gonna be room for like one book over there, and then like one, there's not even enough room for any more Frida McFadden books. I did not think it was gonna fill up the entire thing. But now it's time for the fun part. So I have all of my romance and my few fantasy, literally 3 fantasy books that I'm going to put onto here. And part of why I'm so excited that now I have like a separate shelf is that I can display like my favorite ones, so they won't all be like lined up like this, though like I can like face some forward. That's honestly what I'm super excited about. And I have so many trinkets that I want to be able to put on my books and on the shelf that just didn't fit before, so I'm just really excited. And honestly I really do love how this looks. I just wish it was a little bigger so that I could fit more onto it, but I do think it looks good. Okay, so I finished my bookshelves and I'm honestly really happy with the way that they look right now. And once I get more like fantasy books, like once I finish reading ACOTAR and I add that to the bottom of my shelf, and just once like it all starts filling in a little bit more, it's just going to look just so good. So let me give you guys a little tour. So I know you guys kind of already saw this one, but this is my new shelf. And so I have my Stephen King like horror books up here, and then I have, these are like my young adults like right here. So I have like a few series that are young adult, but then I have 2 thrillers that are like book of the month books, which honestly, like I could probably put these down here and I might do that at some point, but right now I'm just liking the way that this looks. But then down here we have just some other thrillers over here, and then my whole Freida McFadden collection here. And honestly, for like the thriller mystery collection that I have right now, it like works perfectly. Then we move over to my romance bookshelf. So for the first shelf, these are kind of like my favorite books, like my favorite romance books I kind of put up top. So okay, I know I haven't read these 3 books yet. I have not read Powerless, Reckless, or Hopeless, but I wanted to put the whole Chestnut Springs series up here so that it kind of filled in. And then I have all of Sarah Adams' books. I love her books so much. And then I have Allie Hazelwood's books, and again, I have not read this one, but I literally, there was only room for one more book on this shelf. I needed one more in order to like have this one stand up, so I just put this one on here from my TBR cart, which I know is gonna like bother me and probably a lot of you guys, but I had to do it for now. And then I have my favorite book of 2024, which was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And then I have all of my Emily Henry books. And then we go down here. I have my whole Colleen Hoover section. And then we have my whole Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid's books so much, so these are like on display. The reason I didn't put them up here in like my favorite like romance is because they kind of read more as like fiction. So like they're not really romance books. So I just put them here, but I love them so much. And then I have my holiday books right here. My few young adult romances, and then just some other romance books that didn't fit up here. And then down here we have my very small collection of fantasy. We have Divine Rivals, Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and then these 2 are like fiction books again that I just didn't have room to put up here. So once I read more fiction and stuff, like I will move stuff around. This is just what I have so far. But overall, I really love how it turned out, especially this shelf. Like tell me this isn't just so beautiful, the colors and everything. I just love it so much. And then now lastly, we're moving on to our TBR cart. So I have my One Christmas book, the books that I just showed you guys, and then just some like fiction / historical fiction. Then down here we have fantasy and then like mystery thrillers. So with that being said, that concludes this little bookish vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed doing a bunch of book stuff with me. I had so much fun. I love doing little stuff like this, and rearranging my bookshelf is one of my favorite activities ever. And now doing my book journal is one of my favorite things ever, so I'm just so happy that I got to spend today doing this stuff with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. Remember, there will be one of these like every single month, so if you liked this, make sure to subscribe and come back for more videos like this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys so soon. Bye.